So in my previous video, I told you guys that you should buy today, being Friday. Why I said so is because of how I've studied the market and how the market works. And if you notice, the market actually dip for Wednesday and Thursday, which will give you sign that okay, I think this guy knows what he's doing. So when I say you should buy on Friday, is because Friday is sellers market. So you should be the buyers. Then on Monday is buyer's market, so you should be the seller. So sometimes it flips, so you just have to observe and know what you're doing. But any which way, when I say buy on Friday, I'm not saying you should just go and buy anything. So what you want to buy on Friday are stocks that you've added to your watch list. So you should have a watch list. If you don't have a watch list, you missed out in a lot of opportunities. Yes, you missed out. So watch list gives you that idea, that trigger. Like as the market is pulling down, I have good stocks, guys. They are coming close to entry. So and that is why you want to be a sniper. You get the point. You want to be a sniper. So you want to see it. You want to. Sadly, a lot of people bought at the top, and that is why I want to do this banking. You know, just as people are greedy, they also do same. And just like people envy someone's success, and because of that, it wants to trigger them. So that is what plays out. Now, when Jitco was around here, that's coming down, you don't want to buy. Now he's shooting up. That is when you are asking, he gained 10% today. You say, this stock is going. Well, let me just be watching. Then the next day again, 10. You say, the third day again, then the fifth day again, another 10% to 103. That's when you bought. And as if the market is kind of waiting for you. What happened? Immediately you bought, started coming down. And you say, village people don't come. So what happened is you refuse to stick to the law, which is buy low and sell high. So you allow emotion to actually becloud your reasoning. So why I'm sharing this is there's something I want to teach you guys. It's called what? It's called rotation. You want to rotate your profit in the same sector. So for example, and you should know one thing about some certain numbers. 10 is a critical number. That's why Nemeth hit 10 and couldn't shoot more than that. Of course, I'm not saying to not come back to cross it. You understand? But for the now, it was is now a rejection. So 1045 is now an all-time high. So the same thing with Jitco. I think 103 is now a rejection point. You understand? Is now all-time high. Now, those numbers are critical numbers. So if you are buying any stocks, I'm giving you hint now. If you are buying any stocks and it's around, let's say you bought around 6, 3. So when you get to that 10, you want to sell because you know it will pull back. So the only time you will know it will not pull back is when that area has been rejected, let's say 3 times. So the 4th time you will know it's going to break out. Just like you are eating something. You know, the more you eat, the more the place will be kind of weakened. So that is what you want to play out. So what you are supposed to do, I'm just saying this, it has passed, so that in other performance, because maybe Jitco is going to 150 or 200, same thing will happen. So immediately Jitco hits 103, above that 100. So what you're supposed to do is to sell. You're supposed to sell. So why are you selling? Now, these are for 2 different people. If you are buying Jitco as real estate, that is, you are buying, just as some people go and buy a house. They take 100 million to buy a house. Some people take 100 million to put into Jitco. And they are getting 10% a year. Why those that is 100 million to build? I don't know. Some of them might be getting like 5 million or 10 million from their tenants. You understand? They are renting the house. So they pay maintenance. They call them different things. They told them that their tenant is bringing different kind of people into the house. The kind of cars the guy is parking. They are suspecting the guy, a whole lot of those nonsense. And sometimes after 1 month or after 1 year, the guy could not pay again. So I'll also teach that so that you will know that shares is just like real estate, and you can take it like real estate and you earn dividends. So if you put 100 million here, by now I think that 100 million would have doubled. Same with the property also will double in price. If you want to sell it, you sell it in a different way. And also same way you double your money in 10 years, if you are doing a real estate in Jitco also, there's possibility that in that years you'll be able to double also or less than. Because imagine if you bought Zenith when it was cheap, or you bought Jitco when it was, let's say, 40. So by now you've doubled, and same also your dividends will double also. So I just say that in passing so that you understand that investing is full job. You understand? That is what Warren Buffett did. He has only one house. Warren Buffett has only one house. You get it? One. And all his money is inside equity. All his money inside equity. And he has billions. He has billions. You understand? How much do you have that you are shouting, go and buy Lando, go and buy Lando? Omonile has not disturbed you once. So I'm not saying you shouldn't do that, Cha. I'm just the level you get to and you're able to do that. So when it got to 100, you're supposed to sell. Then you say, Investor Joe, after selling, where will I take the money to? So there are two stocks that follow themselves, like twin. One of them is Jitco and Zenith. You get the point, Jitco and Zenith. So the next thing you want to do is to come to Stanbic. And you all know that Stanbic was supposed to eat 100 before Jitco, but the London news actually shoot the price of Jitco, and now Jitco is above 100 before pulling back to 93. So you move it to Stanbic, and now Stanbic selling for 99.50. You've learned your lesson from Jitco that after 100 is going to pull back. What do? You sell. Most people will sell today once the price we're able to do another 10%, they will sell. So that's how you do it. You now take your money from here. Where do you want to go? You want to go to Zenith, because so you can see Zenith is now pulling back. So let's say by then we're able to get it. Let's even this pullback is even cool. We're able to get it, and Zenith will be able to do 100. So this is where you can now say you want to wait. You took profit from Jitco, from Stanbic, and you're here. So one other one that we look at UBA. UBA is now, let's check the price. I think for the seats it got to 50. I stylishly discourage someone not to buy UBA. I'm very sure the person will be thanking me now. In his mind will say, God go bless this guy. You understand? So I actually want to buy UBA 50. And do you know one thing? When people say they want to buy something, when you try to discourage them, they will not tell you that don't worry, it's for a long time. I understand. Then it's now ready. Now they will tell you, please, can I sell? Can I sell? You understand? So I understand at that point it's all about emotion. Don't feel bad. We'll all have been there. It's something you pass through. You buy at the top, you sell below. It is normal. Sometimes you will say I've learned my lesson, next time I'll not do it. You will still repeat it. That's why you are human. You understand? The only thing is to create a system. Work with pen and paper. This price I will sell. If I did not sell at this price, put a short note or put it under your lesson length. You know, when you now go through, now see that this thing, that new information that you've gotten will override will override your emotion that wants you to take that action. So at least the person from buying the top here, so he's now down. So UBA has gotten to 46. So question, which one is next to do this number? Assets. You can see. So this is asset. So if you've been following my videos sharply, you know I told you that during the forbearance video, I told you that in all this deep, you understand, I said Access and First Bank. When I did their chart, I said Access and First Bank. You know, we even checked the NGS banking while we're doing all this, and you can see it's going back to where? To all-time high. So now if UBA as if UBA eat 50 naira, so assets is now 27. So we all know that assets will do 50 naira. But it's the time, you know, the time is what we can tell. So they all have to come to that price. Even Zenith will run a catch up with Jitco. It is just normal. It is just normal. So that is what we play out. And if we let's look at Fidelity. So this is Fidelity Bank. So Fidelity also pull back, and Fidelity is currently enjoying all-time high. It has been making higher highs since when they came into the market for right issue. So let's look at FCMB. Let's look at FCMB. FCMB. Okay, FCMB has not moved. Yes, FCMB has not moved. It's 980. So let's look at Wema. Don't forget, these guys will increase their. Okay, this Wema Bank. Wema Bank has been shooting. You can see cross this 11 naira resistance, and this is where it is. So in all these banks, one of the bank that I think has not really enjoying this movement, you understand, and if anybody is buying is based on sentiment, is JAIZ Bank. So JAIZ Bank so far has actually done a few movement here, face resistance, and the fourth one broke, and it has actually did a breakout and a retest. So for me, I think if all the banks, not all passive, UBA, JITCO, all of them, so we might just get sentiment. The sentiment is, now there are a lot of new bills in the market. So some might just say, this one is cheapo. Look at UBA, look at JITCO, look at this one. Let me quickly, at least this one can easily do 10 naira. You get the point. And some might drop some money here, and some people might see volume coming in and decide to take a position. So this is, for now, this is only small, less the only penny banking stock, which very soon will not be penny anymore. So you can see how the price has been shooting. So I just let me update you guys on the banking stocks. For me, I don't do banking much because it's actually frustrating. You can see when JITCO hit 103, I'm very, very sure a lot of people thought it's going to do 113 today, and probably on Monday it's going to do 120 something. But you see, once you see profit, you take profit, and that is what is happening in this particular stock. So a lot of people took their profit from the banking stocks, and that's why we experienced pullback. But guess what? The all share index actually shoot up, and we closed 130 today. So let's quickly just look at it, and let's quickly look at the all share index. So you can see all share index. We were still expecting a ranging market, but it was supposed to range, but we didn't notice because some huge guys move again today. One of them is Boasment. So Boasment did almost 10% today, and also Dangote Cement did another 10%. I think the cement industry is waking up, and if Boasment decide to pay interim dividend, and just like what WAPCO did, I guess it's going to shoot the price. Who knows? Maybe they've been rumor surrounding that area that these guys will do good numbers. Maybe that is why the thing is going. But we are still going to have patience to see how it works and see how the money will flow away. Few days it was banking, few days it was insurance services, and it moved to banking. Now suddenly it has moved to industrial, and let's see if it will move to the next one. So we've had this discussion. So I just want you to watch and see how it's going to play out. You can see the more we go, the ranging period actually elongates. You can see from year to year it was shorter, year to year shorter, year a bit longer, and now we have the longest so far. So guys, we'll continue to watch, we'll continue to see how it goes. So I just say I should share you how to rotate money from one stock to another in the same. Note my statement, please. Don't say you sell cuties to go and buy Guinea insurance. Cuties are into wires, so Guinea insurance are into insurance. They are not the same thing. So you should have that at the back of your mind. So they are not the same thing. So what I'm saying is, every time you hit psychological level, you want to take some money and report back to the ones that are very, very close. For example, JITCO hit 103, you sell and take your money. Which one is likely to hit 100? Stanbic. Now Stanbic is 99.90 or for the 5. You sell and you move the money straight to where? To Zenith, because Zenith will do 100. Once Zenith 800, you sell. You come back and follow up with UBA. Once UBA 800, you sell. You come back and you follow what? You follow Access, and that is how you continue to make money. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you get notified to my post enriching videos like this. Until I come your way again, keep making money and keep protecting your profit. I love you, all my friends, and there is nothing you can do about it. Hands to head salute. See you in the next one.